And we in there. Oh my goodness. How long did it take us to put all that stuff together?
Like 45 minutes.
It took
Yeah,
a
something
couple
like
minutes.
that.
Yeah.
See how time flies when you're having fun?
Yeah.
And usually, one of you guys asked earlier, like, how long does it usually take me to set up? If I'm by myself, I'll get it done in like an hour. But there's always tricky stuff that comes into play, like wires, cables, shorts, all types of weird stuff. But F all that. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Could be better.
I can always be better.
So let's talk about that.
Why did it? There.
Yeah, see, you got a lot
It
of work
wasn't
to
switching.
do over there. You got a lot of work to do over there, manual work. So let's start with you.
What do you want to know?
Well, you said you could be better.
I can always be better, but that's just always my just the way I think about things and everything in music and in like my own mental health. I can literally always be better.
Okay, so how about this? Since the world that's going to see this doesn't know you or any of us, how about you explain who you are, what it is you do, and...
All right. My name's Dustin. I'm a guitarist, bassist, vocalist, kind of.
Put the camera on you, too.
Okay.
You got a lot of work to do over there, see?
I'm really low. Jesus. I'm a musician, a multi-instrumentalist in a few bands, 2 metal bands, and I do some like solo stuff that I
Dope.
try and do. Like
What are the
more
band
electronic
names?
stuff. I'm in one of them is Signaling the End, and then the other is 7 Mile Drive. 7 Mile Drive is actually based out of Elmira.
Dope.
And Signaling the End has members all over the state.
How long you been playing for?
5 years? I think it'll be 5 next month.
How'd you get started playing?
I've grew up around music. Both my parents were big metalheads, and my brother-in-law was getting rid of one of his guitars.
Yeah.
And he just left it at the house. And I thought he just left it. I didn't know it was going to be mine. But I texted him one day. I was like, dude, you left your guitar here.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's for you.
Oh, that's
and I
dope.
was just like, oh, okay. I guess I'm a guitarist now.
That's dope, man.
So that was 5 years ago. I'm 17, I think. So I was 12,
Wow.
13 when I started playing. I was not good for a very long time. But that time, it was like a year after I'd started playing, was when COVID happened.
Oh, man.
So I was able to spend just like 7-8 hours straight practicing. So I have like much more than 5 years of
Concentration.
yeah.
That's dope, man. Shout out to your brother-in-law.
Yeah. His
He's
name's Tim.
Shout out to Tim, man, because he set you
absolute
off
homie.
on a path.
I wish I played that guitar more. I don't like it though. I have better stuff now that is like just way nicer than what I had.
Dope. So, how about you? Let the people know your name.
Oh man, my name is Chase. I do a lot of like live production work, tech stuff, a lot of audio, lighting, rigging. But lately, it's just been really stressful life, and it just caught up with me.
You want to expound on that a little bit as I move the camera?
Yeah.
Who is he, Chase?
Well, my dad, I mean,
Words he doesn't say.
about 4 years ago, my dad passed away, and I never really gave myself time to grieve his passing, and I threw myself into tech. Honestly, I threw myself into what I love, and and then more stuff happened. Found out I was going to college 5.5 hours away, place I didn't know, people I didn't know. My inner circle of people was no longer going to be there.
How does that feel knowing that you'll be on your own?
It's really weird because I've always had that support group. I've always had that circle of people I could go to when stuff got hard.
Yeah.
and now I'm gonna have to learn how to do it not with them right there.
As we understand it, you're a God-fearing man, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that God wants you to be on that path?
Yeah, I mean, I believe he has a plan for my life. I believe he wants me to go to Berkeley to bring back skills that I can use to help further his kingdom. And
There's always fear related to the unknown, and what I've learned I'm not old, but an older individual. Yeah, why all y'all smile too when I said that. Sometimes what I learned is that fear isn't of God. You know what I'm saying? And God doesn't want us to be fearful.
Mm-hmm.
And when we face certain things in life that create that fear,
yeah,
God is telling you to let that go, because I need you to do some things you know nothing about. And if you have full faith in me, you'll just set out and do what I ask you to do.
Yep.
And that is one of the hardest things ever.
Yeah. One thing the Bible says is like, cast your worries upon him. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yes, it is.
But
And even if you don't believe in God, it's still hard because the fear consumes you. I believe in God wholeheartedly, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that fear exists in everybody, and then you don't know how to figure out how to deal with it. Sometimes you got to say the word you don't like to say. Fuck it and just get it done. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But yeah, stress caught up with me, and I just broke down. But now I'm on the path to fix it, and part of the reason is, on top of not giving myself time to grieve my dad, I never gave myself to like reflect on what was happening in my life. I was always on the move.
Yeah.
I was always running. I was always doing something. I never gave myself time to decompress every day. And, that takes a toll on your mind, on your mental health, especially as a guy. I've been lucky to have a mentor in my life who was actually studying the mind, how your psyche works, to become an FBI worker, I believe. He was working on
like an psychoanalyst.
Psychoanalyst, yeah. But instead, God called him into ministry as a youth leader, and for the last 6 years, he's been my leader. He's been my mentor, and I've been really lucky to learn about the male psyche, the male brain, through him, and it honestly helps a lot knowing how my brain works.
Yeah. I told you guys earlier, if I wouldn't have taken psychology in college, right, I wouldn't have understood a lot of the things, not just that I've been through in life, but like with my dad. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that as a kid, it just doesn't make sense, because naturally we're selfish when we're kids, because it's like the world revolves around me. How come my dad doesn't want to be a part of my life and be the best figure he should be? But what we don't realize is that they're going through stuff too. They were affected by things, and yes, they may not be perfect in their position, but they're still human beings. Some of them are weaker, some of them are stronger, some of them just have imperfections. And when you get to be my age, those things that I used to hold against my dad, it's like, it really doesn't even weigh on me anymore. But guess how long it took to get there? Like, I'll be 45 this year. It took till I was probably 35, 36 to be like, you know what? I'm the only one suffering, holding things against him. He's always been how he is. He's not an evil, bad person. The one thing I got from him that was great was that he's the one that introduced me to God. So maybe that's all God wanted him to provide to me in my life. You know what I mean? Other than when I see him, we say what's up and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I still love him, but
Yeah, I mean, at some point you literally have to just let things go.
yeah.
Like, it's not always, you can't just hate everybody for no reason. I mean, some people deserve it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, some people deserve it. But you can't especially when it's somebody that is like they had those actions, but that's not necessarily that person.
Yeah.
Like they didn't intend on it having the consequences that it had.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You just gotta not hold it against them.
Yeah, something I noticed a lot is with my biological father and my stepdad, neither of them really know how to show love very
Yeah.
well.
Mine neither.
Yeah.
It's hard for
But-
men. It really is. I mean, not men in my family. I come from a family of like I love you. I hug and kiss my kid. Well, not now because my kids are older and
Yeah.
they probably be like, "Dad, what the fuck?" But I mean, I hug them. You know, we talk all the time. And I think that from me comes from my dad not always being there and being able to do it with me. You know what I mean? Like, I love you. Even me and my homeboys, we all be like, yo, love you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we've all generally grown up the same way. Dads weren't in the household. I got like one or two friends that may have had dads in the household. And other than that, it's like we built our own families. So we love each other and we express it. And I'm sure you guys will be the same with your peoples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, young man?
All right. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, it is.
I'm Sean. I do audio stuff, a lot of it, but mostly I do a lot of side jobs. Like I'm an interior firefighter. I want to be a pilot. I've done a bunch of pilot stuff. And yeah, I'm probably in the same spot as them, as battling mental health.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people our age is doing that.
Yeah.
You guys are going through a lot, man.
In 2025, and then having like the stigma against mental health that is still like being fought against by a lot of people. And then having to do with COVID in some of the most important years
Yeah.
of our lives.
Damn.
And just the fact that most people don't know how to raise children.
Yeah. That's a lot, man. That's a
it
lot.
makes it very hard for people our age.
How old were you when COVID hit?
We were probably like 13.
I think
Yeah.
I think about 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was my
we
seventh
were-
grade year.
I was just
That's
turning.
crazy.
I was just turning 13 because the quarantine happened in March, and my birthday is March 30th. So I was in. We were all in quarantine during my birthday.
Yeah, I was the same way. Mine's in April.
I was lucky. Mine's in January.
Shut up, Sean.
But I think most of our stress right now is that we're graduating in like
Yeah. I'm really confident in the school I'm going to. I've had it picked out since sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that are there already. I know the professors, but it's still like, and it's not even that far away from my house, but it's still one of those things that it's just like, it's a new place. It's new people.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not going to be around the people that I'm around right now. I'm not even going to be around my parents because
Yeah.
I'm not going back home.
Yeah.
So
It'll
it's
help you grow.
all of those. It will, and I'm happy about that for sure. I'm definitely going to become a different person when I go there, and I'm really excited. But it's still just the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
That it's like, even though I know it's going to go a certain way, there's still that element of like, what if it doesn't?
yeah.
What if I do something? What if somebody does something?
Yeah.
What if my financial aid just disappears?
Damn.
Yeah.
Sean, how did you become a firefighter? Because you're only 2 feet tall.
Well, I've been around it my whole life. My
Yeah.
whole family's in it. Like my family down on Long Island, they're all firefighters.
And you said you want to be a pilot too?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of heights, so I don't even like to fly. You know what I mean? Like, there's times I fly my drone and get vertigo.
Yeah, I've flown 2 Cessnas out of Ithaca.
What?
Jesus.
Dang.
I could never.
Fun.
This dude.
He's crazy.
I'm an adrenaline junkie, so
Sean has a death wish.
Yeah, he runs into burning buildings and flies planes for fun.
That's dope.
Yeah,
though,
my boy's got a
man.
death wish.
So
hey,
you-
the amount of times I've almost died is crazy.
Yeah, you're insane.
I don't even know if I dare ask him about that.
You go ahead.
No, but I want to get back to, because you said you're dealing with mental health. I don't want to dig too
Yeah.
deep into anybody's mental health if you don't want to discuss it. But like you mentioned, we all have mental health issues. Some people choose to act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I could never. I did for a
yeah.
long time, and it was over. Like in August, it started. Like all 17 years of the trauma that I've had just like hit me like a truck
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
my not to get too into detail, but my dog that I had grown up with for like 10 years died over the summer. He didn't die tragically. He was old.
Yeah.
And my parents' relationship just deteriorated completely. It was over the summer, so I wasn't seeing any of my friends.
Yeah.
I don't live in town. I live in the country, so I'm not able to just like walk to one of my friends' house or anything.
Damn, I never
So
thought about that.
I was like completely on my own, and
So
I'm
in
realizing
COVID, you
all of
lived
these
in the
things.
country?
Yeah, I have.
All of you guys live in like
Yeah.
areas where you
Chase
can't?
doesn't.
Nah,
He
I
lives
don't.
in town. He lives
I
in
live
Horseheads.
town.
Yeah, I live in the country.
Yeah, like I had no social interaction for like 3 years straight.
That's crazy.
It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And then this August, I was dealing with that, and one of my bands had just broken up, because our vocalist was just a bad person, and I was just like, all of that hit me
Yeah.
immediately, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
I had like broad strokes. This is not 100% true. Most like normal depressive episodes last like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
I had one that was like 3 months long.
Damn.
It was horrible.
How'd you get out of it?
When I'm that depressed, I get writer's block really, really badly.
Yeah.
So I just force myself to write something. It doesn't matter if it's good. Just write something.
Yeah.
And you get through that eventually. And then trying to fix the relationships I had with other people, friends, family. Well,
Music
not
is
family.
therapy.
Music helped a lot. I found a lot of bands that mean a lot to me now
Yeah.
that I hadn't known about before. And actually just being around people. And thankfully it's my senior year, so I didn't have a lot of stress from classes.
Yeah.
So I was kind of able to just focus on that, thank God.
Yeah.
That was pretty much how I got out of it.
So this is kind of blowing my mind because I never thought about it from this perspective. So when COVID hit, you guys were all 12 or 13. So were your situations so strict that you weren't able to go anywhere? Like,
Yeah.
you obviously couldn't go to school, but like your parents, did they say, hey, you can't leave the house at all? Or
I was able to go places. Like I went to a friend's house.
There-
and stuff.
I was able to go to certain places.
yeah.
Because of the quarantine, there was literally nothing for us to do outside of the house.
Yeah. I had no reason to leave, though, was the thing. Like, even if I could, I had no reason to go.
Well, I had it lucky because I have 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff, so I could just go outside.
Oh,
and ride.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
live on,
I
like,
could go, obviously, go outside, yeah.
mad acres,
Yeah.
and you got animals you can hunt out there. And
Yeah.
you probably was burning stuff up in the woods, doing seances and all that.
Hoodlum shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
All the stuff we do in the country is.
so what do you guys look forward to in the future?
Touring, mainly touring, being a session musician, being somebody's bastion that the bands that I love were
Yeah.
for me. I want to be able to bring that bit of peace to somebody else, at least one person.
Dope. How about you guys?
I'm really looking forward to like studio work and maybe even in the future live production work, maybe doing a concert or something.
Dope.
I'm really looking forward to like the tech side of like music.
How about you?
I'd say traveling the world and helping people.
And flying planes and stuff. Get an Iron Man suit. You know, one thing that I never heard any of you guys mention that is pretty dope, because usually kids around your guys' age are obsessed with money. And
I don't even have a job.
I mean, I got plenty of money for my age.
Bro,
Well-
the only thing I need money for right now is college.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I
it
do
sounds
not-
like you
I
guys
don't
are all
care.
focused to the point that you're on a path, and you know, being financially stable is just a part of your path to the point that you don't even have to
Yeah.
worry about it. When I was young, that's what I worried about. You know what I mean? Like money. And if I would have had somebody to sit there and say, hey, you should go right to college as soon as you get out of high school, you know, maybe I would have been in a better position. I'm in a good position now, but things could have been better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's so many people out there just looking for money. Money doesn't do anything.
No, money's
it's a
not going to
tool.
fix your mental health.
Nah.
Dude, there's millionaires and billionaires out there that are freaking depressed and want to kill themselves
Yeah.
because they thought that money would solve all their issues, but it's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not a solution.
Yeah.
And people,
And bills are just life. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
I don't care
yeah,
how much money you have. The more money you have, the more bills you have.
Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing money can do for me right now is buy me more guitars. And even that, I don't really
And,
need them.
and
I
you
just
can't
want
even
them.
play all of them, but
Yeah,
you
not
can
at the
have
same
'em.
time.
You know what I mean?
The only thing I'd like to buy is like a motorcycle.
Yes. Yep.
I want another car just because I want another car.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna change anything.
I know, like, I'm not looking for money. Like, I if I get money, awesome. But there are definitely some really nice cars and like motorcycles and other stuff I want to
Yeah,
buy.
yeah.
If I get money, I'm
So many guitars, dude. Guitars are so expensive.
Listen,
They're so expensive.
I think
Yeah.
the beauty of it is that, you know, you guys are just getting started. Your lives
Yeah.
are just getting started. So as long as you maintain your focus, you can have anything you want. Nothing can stop you from doing
Yeah.
what you want
Yeah.
to do.
That is why I wanted to do to tour, to do session work,
Yeah.
all of this like multifaceted stuff,
Yeah.
so I can fund the stuff that I do want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like be in a touring band and then just have a day job to fund my band. I'm gonna have other music stuff, so I'm always doing something that I love to fund
love
something
to
that I
do.
love.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
What time is it?
10:30.
Did you guys get your DoorDash yesterday?
Yeah.
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 Where'd
Drop
you
it off
meet
right
them at?
outside.
Right outside
Right
the door.
outside.
Upstairs? or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lucky they ain't just leave it.
Well, they sent the guy to South Main Street, so he called me and then he had to come back this way.
What?
Yeah. Bro, I got into that parking garage and that Big Mac was gone in like
Tore it down,
10
huh?
seconds.
Tore it down.
I had 2 double cheeseburgers that I ate on the way to my school.
Yeah, I waited to get
Yeah.
back to school to eat
Yeah,
mine.
no,
Oh, he's foul. He ate it in front of everybody else.
Dude, I couldn't do that. The sucky thing about my situation with BOCES is I get back to the school. I have like 10 minutes to eat if I want to, and then I have to go to band.
Do they have like a cafeteria up there or no? At Bosie's?
No.
No, not at
No,
BOCES.
no, I have to go back to my home school.
Oh, your homeschool.
And then eat and then go to band. I have to be in band ready to play by 11 or 11:36.
Hungry.
Yeah. So
Damn.
I almost didn't get back to the school on time yesterday.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So how is the? You said 10:30. I want to make sure I don't hold you guys up, but we got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So how is the audio, video, media program at Bosie's? Like, how'd you guys all get into it?
Basically, I was just looking for something to do
Yeah,
and take my mind off stuff.
Yeah.
One of my the lead guitarist, I play rhythm in 7 Mile Drive. The lead guitarist and the bassist both went to the same BOCES program.
Dope.
And I heard about that, and I thought BOCES was just for like welding meatheads,
Yeah.
because that was the only people I had interacted with beforehand. But I heard that they had like digital stuff, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I'm gonna do that. That's pretty much what it boiled down to.
High school, if it was in existence then, because I definitely would have did it too. Quick.
Yeah, it's super sick. I'm not even a big video guy, and that's what this year is.
Yeah.
And it's still super cool because video is something in like my line of work that I'm always gonna have to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
story-
record covers like every week.
I told Orshel the story about how I got into video when I first came here. It wasn't about video at all, but as the clientele built up, I watched rap music evolve into not just a song but a video. So every artist had to have a video. Everybody that I recorded said, "Do you do music videos too?" I got tired of saying no because I was passing up so much money.
Yeah.
Eventually bought video equipment. Had to study how to edit, proper use of a camera, all the stuff that comes with it. Once I did that, I did the whole drone thing. So I'm a registered drone pilot because I got tired of having to ask people to do drone work for me. And then it turned into people asking me to do commercials. And from there, all types of stuff that led to me getting like contracts with people that when I first started, I didn't know, I had no clue of where I was going. I just allowed it to evolve into what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the same thing that I was saying earlier, multifaceted work. It's like if you really want to make money in an art, or at least a digital art, you have to do a lot.
Yeah.
But you also have to not work yourself dry.
Yeah.
I did that. Not fun.
Yeah.
Part of what happened in August was like I was just working constantly. I was going to shows all the time. And there was a venue in Horseheads, like half an hour from my house. So I was just going to shows every weekend. Yep.
Yeah. Good people. Shout out Adam.
Kind of.
I know Adam.
Yeah, Adam's a good dude. There was some
alright.
people there that were.
Why'd they shut that down?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
I know why, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. It wasn't. I can say that it wasn't for what they said it was.
Yeah.
It was. They were saying it was for like noise complaints and like boundaries of the property.
That's what I heard.
It wasn't that.
I heard it was.
It was much deeper. It was about money.
It's always about money, especially with big shit like
There
that.
was somebody in there that was
Playing money games.
that was basically taking money from the venue and from the bands and not paying the bands. Yeah.
So sound like
It was a
somebody
whole
needed
situation.
a whooping.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was shitty too because I played there like 5 times with one of my bands. I went to so many shows, met so many awesome people. One of the bands I'm in now, Signaling the End, is because of that.
Yeah.
Because I met our singer, Dom, shout out, at the L. He was working there.
Yeah.
So I met him there one time. So again, I like really obviously aggressive music, and the mosh pit is a very important part of that kind of music. And I'm like a punching bag
Yeah.
in mosh pits.
Do you
one time,
do you punch back? Or do you just
it depends. If somebody's like literally like targeting people,
Yeah, because I'm a puncher.
yeah. If you're
fighter.
like going out to target people, to hurt people,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna hurt them back. There is an etiquette to this kind of thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm
If you're
looking at you
looking at
like
it,
this, like, hold up.
Yeah.
Okay, so mosh pit, you're in there just throwing your.
I like. It's so
Can you kick people with a mosh pit?
you can do whatever you want. It's just whether there's repercussions for it or not. I will like throw kicks and arms if I know there's nobody directly around me because I don't want to
so
hurt
it's
people.
more about the motion.
Yeah,
like a
I do
dance
it as
almost.
like a yes, it is like a dance. The most violent dance you could possibly think of. I do it as an emotional release.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm not going to go around punching random people.
You ever work
I
out?
can't do that. I've wanted to. I
You
don't have
guys should
time.
all work out. I don't say that because I want you to be buff meatheads, right?
Yeah.
But the stress relief you get from having to overexert yourself is unmatched.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
then
is.
on top of that, it actually helps your body just perform better in life.
That is why I love mosh pits.
It's actually
Yeah.
it's a very common, if you don't already do it,
Yeah.
like and somebody's trying to help your like mental health, it's a very common like recommendation. Like start working out.
Yeah, I'll tell people to work out, and if they like this kind of music, I'll
Yeah.
tell them to go to shows more often.
Yeah.
As much as you get hurt,
Yeah.
that is secondary to the raw emotion that you can get from
Yeah.
doing this. It's really silly to talk about when you're not like in one,
Yeah.
but
It's interesting though.
yeah.
So what-
I thoroughly enjoy it.
What do you guys do physically for like I mentioned working out. Do you guys do anything physically for stress relief? Like go for walks or
I usually go out and ride.
the ride your bike?
4-wheelers, dirt bikes. It's a stress relief.
So how far like I'm familiar with 4-wheelers.
Yeah.
I've only been on them twice in my whole life and I'm 22. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like, help me understand what that looks like, because to me it's like
Like just going out and riding trails.
trails.
Yeah.
In a lot of the areas around here, there is like dedicated 4-wheeler trails.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a set of woods, and somebody will take like a bulldozer, or not a bulldozer, but like a skid steer,
Oh, and make
and
the
they'll make a
trails, so-
trail. Or if it's something that's like kind of already open, people over time will just ride it a lot, and it kind of just beats down the grass.
Yeah, like at my house,
Yeah.
we have this little hill by my driveway.
Yeah,
I can use that as a jump.
dope.
And like
That's
another
crazy.
outlet.
A lot
for
of it
me-
is based on the natural like geometry of the land.
Yeah.
Another outlet for me is like doing wheelies. My mom doesn't like
Four-wheeler? You wear a helmet?
Yeah.
He lying. He don't wear
Yeah,
no
he's
damn helmet.
Totally
he's
lying.
saying that because he's being recorded. His ass does
Oh,
not
yeah.
wear a fucking helmet.
He said
I
it
can
like
tell
he
you a
was in
story.
court or something. Yeah, I wear one.
I can tell you a story.
You're not under oath, Sean.
I was wheeling one time, and I used to never buckle my helmet. And then I looped the wheelie and whacked my head off the ground, and my helmet came flying off.
Dumbass.
When you say you loop the wheelie, what does that
You
mean?
come back too far. And then
That's
you
when
fall off.
you're hitting a wheelie and you go
and
backwards.
your head, like,
Yeah, like I fell off the four-wheeler.
and you didn't have your helmet buckle?
Yeah, so it went rolling.
What happened to your head?
Oh, I was fine.
Somehow.
Damn. You know, we need people like you in this world, though. People that are like daring as hell, because who else would save people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm a coward, but
Yeah.
I'm not like trying to fly no plane.
My girlfriend hates that I run in the burning buildings.
I'm definitely not running in no
I'm-
burning building. I'm calling.
I don't know.
I'm calling
Fuck
you.
that.
Damn, man.
Frick. I totally just blanked.
you want to come back to you?
What is it that you do for stress relief? Physically, like, is there any? You go for walks? Do you?
I don't really do anything physically to relieve stress, but I do listen to a lot of music.
I put him onto a lot of really heavy
He did.
music.
He did.
Hardcore.
What about video games?
I play way too many video games, but it was really funny because this past week and a half is when my mental health really took a turn, and I started losing interest in everything I love doing. I mean, started losing interest in my music. I started losing interest in tech work, which I've been doing for the past 6 years. And, like, that's when I was like, okay, something's wrong. And I just didn't take care of it because I thought it was just something that was going to go away. And then yesterday happened. I broke down. And then I was just like, okay, something needs to happen. I need to fix this. And I also started losing interest in video games. I'd just be playing a video game. I'm like, I feel nothing from this.
It's not the same as it
Like-
was before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely can relate to that.
Yeah.
Let me encourage you to do something. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not a therapist. I'm just somebody with a whole bunch of life experience and a little bit of.
I find that people, I'm not like saying therapists don't work. I'm not saying
Yeah.
psychiatrists don't work because they know what they're doing. They do a good job. But I find some of the best info you can get is people with life experience.
People,
Yeah.
man.
Like sometimes we'll be playing video games.
Yeah.
I'll join a random people's parties, and then
Parties? What do you mean?
like there's basically
You got to
a
keep
phone
in
call.
mind, I'm like 5 years older than you, so I don't really understand.
The Xbox party is basically like a phone call,
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
phone call with multiple people who are all playing the same game.
and then
Online?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's like grown people that you can like talk to.
Oh, that's dope.
And
I mean,
it's-
it can be dope because some
Yeah.
motherfuckers is
Oh
creepy.
yeah,
too.
no,
like the other
definitely.
day-
Watch out for
There's
the
definitely
creeps.
some weirdos on
The
that.
other day, it was funny because
Yeah.
I was playing GTA with my friend.
Yeah.
We were killing this group of people 'cause we were bored.
Yo, hold up. Put the camera on him. He said that.
It's a video game, but
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
we were
Uh.
killing this group of people, and then they invited us to a party. They were like 30 years old.
So
They
you
were-
killed them, and then they invited you to a
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, so they could shit talk him.
And then they were like 30 years old. And they were trying to sit there and tell me and my friend that we were going nowhere in life.
Oh, man.
Because we're teenagers playing a
Dang.
video game, and then
Even though they're 30
they're
playing a
30
video
playing
game.
a video game.
You should have been
That's
like, shouldn't your
wild.
ass be at work or something?
Exactly.
Hey,
Like,
don't you got a job? The fuck?
That's crazy.
Don't you got kids to provide for or
And
something?
I was just sitting there laughing the whole time.
Bro.
What did
oh
you
my
say to that?
gosh.
To those?
Oh, I just told them to keep talking.
Yeah,
Because it was funny.
that's weird, man. That's,
yeah, no,
Oh my
people on
gosh.
the internet are fucking weird.
Yeah.
for sure.
No,
Speaking
bro.
of the internet, how does the internet affect your guys' mental health? Like, does
Oh,
It
think it
really
depends.
depends.
I'll wait.
It really, really depends because there's times I'll be. So I do a lot of Instagram scrolling now.
that's my fault. I convinced him to get it.
Yeah.
he's fairly
but
new
there's-
to it, or
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only had it for a few weeks now. Well, probably more than a few weeks at this point. Actually,
matter,
no. Anyways, it really depends because there's a lot of different stuff like that can show up. It can either be like really funny stuff or it can be really depressing stuff.
yeah,
And sometimes I'll get hit with like meme after meme and I'll just be laughing my freaking butt off,
And
dude.
sending them those.
Yeah, he's sending
Yeah.
me constantly. Dude. Literally,
funny stuff.
I got
and-
like 80 reels from this dude
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. Like, oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
My entire scrolling session is just our chats.
The other thing about like social media is it's making this generation go to absolute. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's addicting.
definitely.
yeah. I agree, man. I mean, I want to hear more about how. I was gonna say something, but since I don't know, it's like I'm just absorbing what you guys experience with
Yeah.
social media.
Then there's also times I'll be scrolling and I'll just get hit with like reel after reel of like my brother died or like freaking like just
Depressing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it happens to me too. My Instagram algorithm is really bipolar, so it'll send me, it'll give me like funny cat videos,
Yeah.
and like
Yep.
cute shit, or like it's your fault. You're the reason that happened. You're a terrible person. It's horrible.
How does that
I
happen?
hate
though? Is
Instagram.
it because of what you search, or is it like?
I
It's-
think it's just randomized.
It can be randomized. It depends on who you follow and the videos you like. So I could like follow an account like of cute dogs, and it'll show me more cute dog videos.
Okay.
But if I'm like feeling really depressed and I like one video that's mildly depressing,
Yeah.
that algorithm is just going to keep showing you that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell I
use
don't
it to
get
your
on social
advantage to an
media that
extent,
much.
though.
I really don't. I have Facebook and Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok, and I don't really get on that often.
Yeah.
I was just gonna read one quick thing because I told one of my buddies like when I used to get on Facebook a lot, I was less productive. That
Yeah.
was just me, and I told him that when I stopped getting on the internet like that, my anxiety damn near got cut to 50%.
Yeah.
So, so I challenged him to try a week or two without using any social media. And this is what he said to me. He said, turning off my Facebook notifications have greatly lowered my impulsiveness to check it by 59 to 60%. It took away a lot of anxiety that I didn't pay attention to. It was crazy how noticeable it was from just one full week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have limitations on all of the social media apps on my phone. So if I'm on it for 15 minutes, it'll tell me, but I barely even get to that because I use it for business. I have to use it for business. And, you know, I don't mind showing people certain things, but what I don't like is inviting negative strangers into my world and
Yeah.
they live
Yeah.
there.
I had to a couple weeks ago. I was having another like a much shorter depressive episode, and I was scrolling Facebook because for whatever reason, I don't know why this is. The upstate New York metal scene is almost exclusively on Facebook. It's weird, and I don't like it.
What do you
So I
mean?
don't like
Like-
using that app.
That you mean on Facebook?
Yeah.
That app. Period.
Yeah, that's most people just like that's what they use to network.
Yeah.
And I was scrolling one day, and it's just like, God, everybody in the scene fucking hates each other, and I don't know why.
A lot of negativity.
Yeah, I stay out of Rochester
Yeah.
almost completely now because every band has a vendetta against every other band.
That's crazy.
I swear to God,
How does that
it is-
happen? Is it just social
I don't
media
know.
stuff?
It's-
Or?
Everybody has beef, and I don't know why. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it's kind
Because I'm just trying to start my own band, do my own projects, and everybody's hopping in my shit about everything.
That's why.
It's kind of like the rap scene nowadays.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
dude,
All
the
the
shit
shootings,
sucks
like you
Since
have-
now.
you said it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, like you have I think King Von, and I don't know
Yeah.
who killed him, but then
Quando Rondo.
yeah. Then you had Fulio a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Everybody in the rap game is getting
Yeah.
smoked.
You're either getting shot or
Yeah.
you're overdosing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in both scenes is just
Damn.
horrible to each other. And
So it's the same, I would imagine.
it's
different genres,
less,
but
obviously less violent because
Yeah.
Rochester isn't like O-Block.
Let me
but-
tell you something about Rochester.
It's pretty bad. It's
Off
not
the
that
hook
bad
out
though.
there.
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
Rochester
man.
is terrible, bro. I'm not down in the city, but there's a lot of shit that happens out there.
No,
like,
Rochester. My dad lived there for like a year. It's not a good
well,
place.
it's hood out there.
Big time.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Like
Yeah.
in 2019, I think it was. I was affected because my favorite rapper died,
Which one was that?
Juice WRLD, because he overdosed.
Yeah, and he had a lot of kids out
Yeah.
here on all kinds of
Like he was motivational.
He preached a lot of good mental health stuff.
lean pills. I'm not blaming him. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's the culture of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially rap.
Back in the day when we were growing up, if you did drugs, we looked at you like you were like a fiend or something.
Yeah.
And in this generation, it's like
It's
More
romanticized.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like I know plenty of people that are doing stuff.
fucked up kids.
Yeah,
too,
I know.
huh?
I know a lot
Little
of people
kids.
my age who are, and it's really sad to see. Like I smoke weed, but
Weed isn't a drug.
that's.
I don't care what nobody says.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you, and that's the only thing I will touch.
I was
don't
one
like
of the
alcohol.
first people in Chemung County to have a medical marijuana card, and that's a fact.
I'm looking to get one.
You technically don't need one now. Oh,
well,
you're-
not in New
you're-
York.
you're,
I'm going to go to school in PA though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't encourage anybody to start smoking weed or drinking because keep in mind your brain isn't fully developed until you're like mid 20s.
Yeah, no, I don't smoke
Yeah.
a lot.
And any chemical or anything you introduce to your body that's unnatural can alter your chemical processes
Yeah.
in your brain. And
That's the only thing I'm worried about. 'cause
Yeah, if you
I'm
have the-
inhaling smoke,
yeah.
like when I go to fires.
Well, I'm saying if you say you fight depression, right,
Yeah.
and you're self-medicating with even weed, if your brain isn't fully developed and you introduce these chemicals to your brain on a regular basis, it can alter how you're going to be for the rest of your life. Whereas you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it might. I used to try to tell my sons this, and one of my sons was like, "Oh, you act like weed is the devil." I'm not saying weed is the devil because you might have to take medication every once in a while for stuff you go through. But anything you abuse is going to alter your physical makeup and your
Yeah.
homeostasis, your regular level changes. And then this is why people, like if somebody is hooked on like heroin or something, it becomes a part of their life. And then if they stop doing it, they have withdrawals and stuff like that.
And withdrawals for stuff
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
are
Like
horrible.
in the fire service, depression is big.
I would imagine. What do you
And
think
I
is
think
the cause
any
of
first
it?
responders are
Yeah.
people dying on you. Like a couple months ago, I had one.
How'd it go?
I mean, it didn't.
If you
really
don't mind,
affect
like,
me
talking
because it
about
was my
the-
first one, but like I was sitting there watching them do CPR on him.
And it didn't work.
Yeah,
That's shitty. I feel like there would just be so much guilt there.
Yeah.
As much
Yeah.
as sometimes there's just nothing you can do, it's still like that's somebody's life on your
Yeah.
hands.
yeah. It's crazy because I've been to a lot of, I've been to a couple deaths.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're familiar. Did you see the big accident on 34?
Nah.
There was a
think I
big
heard about
accident
that.
How long ago was this?
a couple months ago, but I think everybody in that crash died. Damn. We were there for 8 hours, standing in the road.
That's crazy.
Like I didn't see it. I was doing traffic control, but
What does a scene like that look like? Like,
we were lots of fire trucks, coroner, EMS.
Yeah, that was a big crash, wasn't it? It wasn't like a 2-car thing,
Yeah, it was 2 cars.
but they exploded, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
pictures of the cars.
where's
on my phone.
34?
You know, heading towards Waverly.
Yeah.
It's
It's
from
that
Waverly North.
Yeah.
Waverly is.
It's the road that
East.
connects Waverly to Spencer Van Etten.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it was like a back road kind of? Or
Sort of. It's
It's
like
like a
it's a
highway.
county back road.
county road?
But we had a tow truck from New York City show up
Why'd they have to come all the way from there?
because they had to investigate the cars.
Oh.
Like the one truck
Yeah.
that was hit, it did not fit on the one flatbed all the way. Like it was hanging off the sides. It was hit that hard.
Damn. What kind of, was it like a pickup truck? Or
Yeah, it
was
was a pickup truck.
That's scary stuff, man. How fast you got to be going to like?
I think they were both going 60. So
That's
they
it?
collided at 120 miles an hour.
I mean, it doesn't. To me, 60 doesn't sound like a lot, but
Well, when you're having two things that have the same velocity
ooh,
Then you
all
add
hit at the same time, that like instantly doubles the amount
So they-
of energy.
they collided at 120 miles an hour.
damn, bro.
And
So
then
if you're going like
my
if you're going
first-
30 and somebody's coming at you going 30, that person coming at you is going to look like they're going a lot faster than they are.
yeah, my first
Say that one more time, just because if you're going 30
And somebody is going the other way, going the same speed,
yeah,
it's going to look like they're going a lot faster than they are because you're
both in motion.
you're both going opposite directions.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one call. Like, it didn't turn out bad. Like,
Yeah.
the kid was fine.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that because he got ran over by a tractor.
Oh fuck.
What?
Yeah, he got ran over by a tractor.
How you
He fell off. They were, like, loading hay. And he fell off, like, a trailer, I think.
Damn.
But there was mud, so when he got ran over, it just pushed him into
pushed
the
him
mud.
in.
Oh,
So
shit.
he got lucky.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
That would have been like brutal.
You didn't
Yeah.
know what?
We didn't know that he was going to be okay at the time. So we were calling in helicopters and everything.
Where was he at when you guys got there?
Probably in a field.
Yeah, he was in the field. But I think it was his mom. We were getting cones to set up a helicopter.
Yeah,
And she was just screaming.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy most of the time to go
Yeah.
to stuff.
You got to start working out immediately, bro. I'm telling you, it'll
plan
help
on
you. Start with some push-ups and some body weight squats and
Yeah.
fatigue your body. And then the endorphins you get from working out. I work out every single day, right? And if it wasn't for that, I mean, there's been periods of time when I didn't. But the endorphins you get from it, especially if you start your day like that, you feel like you're Superman for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
did something that was hard. I got through it. I'm getting better physically. I'm strong. I still didn't get a response from my son either from the back work we did yesterday. So I know he's probably like twisted right now. And I just asked him if he ate and hydrated. But we started our day like that, and that's what warriors do, man.
Yeah. Once I go to college on Mansfield's campus, they literally have a gym like
Yeah.
for the students.
Yeah.
I'm going there every day, every single day, because I know it's gonna just make me feel so much better. I also am really, really skinny, and am kind of insecure about it.
I was skinny
So
as heck.
I want to be.
I was
I wanna be a lot
153
bigger.
at 5'11", you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
6
I-
foot 170.
When I came into high school, I was like 100
yeah,
pounds.
you got me beat. You was 100 pounds?
Yeah, when I came into high school,
How much you weigh now?
like 145,
How tall are you?
5'5".
You be a little short brolic dude too. Wouldn't you be like,
No wonder he's a wrestler.
Yeah. But I was really good at wrestling, and then I broke my leg. So then
yeah, you
I couldn't
don't
wrestle.
tell that story again.
Yeah.
That
I was never good at wrestling. I wrestled for the first 11 years of my life,
was
but
supposed
I've
to go to
always been tall and
States.
skinny, so I've never been good at it.
Oh man, you guys ever get in fights in school?
Not
Almost.
since freshman year. I used to get in a lot of fights because before I like knew I had a lot of mental health problems, I was just angry
Lashing out,
for
huh?
realistically no reason. Because I didn't know what was going on. I knew I felt like wrong, not just quite like an outcast or weird. Like I already knew that,
Yeah,
but it's something just felt fucked up in my head.
yeah.
So anytime anybody would like make fun of me or anything, I was just immediately like defense mode.
Lash out time.
Yeah.
Like I even still, I'm not very good at math. And I sometimes will still count on my fingers.
What's wrong with
Oh,
that?
yeah.
I still
Exactly.
do, too.
I'm saying.
Especially if
Yeah.
I'm count, I'll be like, damn, how many HDMI cables did I bring with me? Okay, and then I visually see, oh, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and motherfuckers be looking at me.
Yeah.
like- and I do not care because it helps me to get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was counting on my fingers in 8th grade. And this kid behind me was like making fun of me for it.
Yeah.
And I literally stood up and threw my fucking chair at him. Cause that kid already disliked me, for no reason really. So we already had beef and I was so fucking tired of it.
Tired of it.
And I think most of the school knew I had
Yeah.
problems that I didn't know I had yet,
Yeah.
so I didn't really get in trouble for it. But I got in a lot of fights in from like 4th grade up till freshman year. Freshman year was 100% defense though. Like I got accused of something that did not happen. And a couple kids jumped me,
You guys keep going. I gotta answer this call.
and I had to beat the shit out of these 2 kids.
You know what sucks even more?
What?
Having a reputation at your school.
Oh my,
Because
like
of
for
your
fighting?
family members. No.
Oh yeah, there's a couple teachers at my school that have. Cause my sisters and my brother went there. For their junior and senior year, we moved when I was like 6, I think 5 or 6. So they spent their junior and senior years there, and one of my sisters. I love my sister. She was a whore.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
In high school. She's married now. And my other sister was a nerd and nobody liked her. And my brother was like our star pitcher.
Yeah.
But he was also a douche. Like nobody who was an athlete or who wasn't an athlete liked him. So I have a reputation from that, and I'm nothing like any of my siblings at all. At all. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a woman.
The only thing I get from my siblings is my crazy.
Yeah.
They're all
Always
freaking crazy.
That's
My
just-
entire family is freaking crazy.
I think you're a little bit
it's
more
time
than
for us
crazy.
to
I didn't
go.
say that though. Is it time for us to go?
Yeah,
it's
it
11.
is.